Hello everyone, it's Fionn and welcome back to my channel, eeeeeee channel. It's the start of another month, which means the chance to sit down and have a chat about some potential reading plans for the month ahead. Shall we just begin immediately? I don't know how much reading I'm going to do this month. I have a uni assignment due at the end of the month. However, I am going to be doing Bookmas this year and I have some big plans. So I do need to start filming some content for that this month in November, even though it's not going to be going out until December, but just to be prepared. So hopefully I will manage to do quite a lot of reading this month, but we'll just have to see how it goes. So let's start with my first book of the month, which I have actually already started, but definitely will not be finishing before the end of the month, before the end of October. It's October right now. And that is The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. This was my October poll winner. And I always say, as long as I start it in the month that it won the poll, it's all right, even if I don't finish it until the following month. But yeah, I'm not very far through this, so it is a little bit last minute. And this will probably take me at least a week into November to finish, probably more. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But that is book number 1 on the November TBR. And then following on from that, we may as well go straight into my poll winner for this month, November, which is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. It was actually really close. I think it was You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Maisie that had like one less vote. It was really close, but this one did just about win. So that will be my next book on the TBR, although it probably won't be the second one I read. It might, but we'll see how it goes. So let's move that up. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's just put these down here for a minute. Then I have got my book for my latest edition of the Library Diaries, which I think is episode 6. That is I Love You, I Love You, I Love You by Laura Krill. I actually selected this book back at the start of August to read for this episode, and I just haven't done it yet. So that's been on standby, but I finally at least picked it up a week or so ago, probably within the last week actually, and I'm thinking this will probably be my next read after The Priory of the Orange Tree. I don't know too much about this. It's a romance. I think it's like a second chance romance. Friends to lovers. I'm on fire, I'm in love with my best friend. This is a nightmare. Woo! So we'll see how that goes. My goodness. What is next? So back at the end of August, I created my autumn TBR using my TBR jar prompts, and I chose 6 books to read. I still have 3 left. I've only read 3 so far. So the 3 that I have left are, oh god, The Rapture by Claire McGlasson. If you saw that video, you know I haven't picked this one up yet. And that's all I'll say. The Librarian of Auschwitz by Antonio Turbe, and this is translated into English by Lilith Zakulin Thwaites, and I think from Spanish. I know it says Antonio Turbe lives in Spain, but as far as I've seen, it doesn't actually say if he is Spanish. And Dita Kraus, it's her story, was born in Prague. So there we go. That's as much as I can tell you so far. And then we also have Night Heron by Adam Brooks. So these 3, I will probably do a finishing my autumn TBR video like I did for the summer towards the end of the month. And then I also have my month specific prompt, and I just pulled it literally right before I sat down to do this, and I got a book whose genre I'm not sure of, and I don't know what to pick for this. I'm thinking maybe The Queen's Gambit, because I don't really know, is this like a literary fiction? I just don't understand when people say literary fiction, like what does that mean? Because often I find there's subplots of other genres in there. There's romance or there's a thrilling aspect of it. I just don't get it. So that's an option. Same with, I actually am thinking maybe I'll go for The Jungle Book by Rudyard Kipling, because I know this is a classic, but the same thing to me, like it has to be a, just because it's a classic doesn't mean it's not something else. Like surely it's got to be a genre of its own before it becomes a classic. So what genre is this? Is it fantasy because it's about talking animals? Adventure? I don't know, which is the whole point. So that may be the one, but I just don't know. And with those prompts, I tend to not pick the book until I pick the book. Like until I'm ready to start reading it, I'll just have it in my mind that that's something I could choose. Then look at the options and choose from there. So I still get the chance to mood read it a little bit. So yeah, I just feel that's probably one of the worst videos I've ever made, but there it is. Like I say, I am hopeful to get quite a few videos done this month, ready for next month. I think I have filmed all of the, and like read all of the books for the videos I've got coming out in November. I haven't quite finished editing them all yet, but I don't think any of these will be in that. Maybe right now this week I'm filming a sobbing screen time for reading, so maybe that one might be in November rather than being during Bookmas. But yeah, like I say, finishing Autumn TBR, Library Diaries, I think episode 6, and then this one is obviously going to be in the swapping screen time for reading video. If a miracle happens and I get through it, then who's that? If a miracle happens and I get through it, then maybe this one will go into that too, but I really doubt I will finish this by the end of this week. And then I just don't know what else will happen. I'd quite like to do another scavenger hunt. The thing is about the scavenger hunt videos and the Library Diaries videos, they're only one book each, so it's less, I don't want to say stressful because this whole thing is fun, but less time consuming, right? Because if I'm filming a video where I'm reading 3 books, I have to have the time to read those 3 books, which usually I do not read 3 books in a week, like I know a lot of other booktubers do. So that's me rambling on and on and on and on. Unnecessarily, probably, but there we go. That is the way that my mind works. It talks and it doesn't stop. Okay then. Oh my god. And another thing to say is if there are any specific videos that you'd like to see in Bookmas, by all means let me know. I have most of them planned out already, but I haven't actually filmed most of them yet, so it could happen. Let's have a little rearrange. Oh, why not? We'll throw that one on the top as well, hey? Why not? Right then, let's get back to reading.